for ignite, and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too. But the monsters, the kitten too. Furious at a gray fox, the monster smiled. The monster poured of water to the kitten, telling him, "You're the one who must." The fire was. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. Never again, how it wished. I will become the...
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the balladeer story. It is his wish to become a god. This memory was extracted from him. Creating a deity was I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed. Paimon has no memory.
The balladeer, before he vanished, we still don't know how to change.
It sounds like Paimon...
This is why so the answer is, when you give someone to others looking, never forget. And that is what
Yeah, me...
Good idea.
You got it! Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar! That'll be sure to lift our spirits! It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that, but Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard. What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff... What is it? Why'd you jump up on?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look. You mean...
No, not you. That kid. Look, if you're gonna...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money. I don't want to take it.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything.
You're welcome, I guess.
Leave it to me.
Stop. You don't want money.
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay...
Yeah.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing, Steve? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should... Huh? You two over there. You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we... No, we haven't met. I have no recollection.
Are you
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
a puppet?
Huh?
You were right.
I guess you do know me after all. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver...
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
Here you go, boss.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me.
I was just about to pay you anyway.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter for... But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a... Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it.
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it.
Thank you. All right, done.
What's wrong? Huh?
Hello. I do
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah.
You say that you're trekking across Teyvat to train yourself.
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden...
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past.
Okay, I have to ask. Oh, you want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. So
I gave everything I had, but it barely...
in terms of the outcome alone,
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time.
that is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but...
If we were enemies, why are you trying to...
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom,
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memory,
please, I want to see them for myself.
even though it will cause your present self great mental...
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name.
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of...
Don't worry, whatever danger I might face,
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him?
Oh, good point. Given your,
Understood.
Thank you.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation,
Is that because this is kind of a...
you could say that.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide. No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Bikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to... But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once said...
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
What are we doing back here?
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty.
I was abandoned, like you.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but he kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer...
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. You continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Transfixed!
I see through you! You can't run! Looks like I went too far.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once...
Such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me?
What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time?
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it.
Surely you're not...
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never failed to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out... Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're... Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? Forget it. Someone might find...
The plot does not end here.
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join...
Welcome.
When do we start?
You seem impatient.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence...
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I would... Alas, after...
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder...
I suggest...
The doctor again?
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of...
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes? Are there any differences?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried...
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you...
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. As a puppet living in a human world,
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And but then I met you. And I finally... I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more. In a way that... So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to...
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free?
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled. This is... my...
Is he alright?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
Got any questions? Swallow Fury. Yeah. Perish! Insignificant pest! At my command, you shall fall! Behold! Feeble human! Cry louder! My endless cycle begins! Squall and Fury, turn! Imbecile!
It disappeared.
What did you expect? I'd never lose.
There's the tone of voice again. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too.
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're but don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change...
The memory recovery seems to have been a success.
Come on. Let's
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not...
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see in that changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, what you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence,
Indeed.
Do you regret doing all that when you've got...
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world... Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over, but before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it. Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler? Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer. Including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after? I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor, and I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that... I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave. Some things in this world can never be brought back. and they can never be changed. Everything that you feel is real and lasting. To be human is to live with imperfections.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feet. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now...
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly...
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like...
Then I hope we...
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but the Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new...
No! Paimon only does nicknames! If it's a serious name...
Have you gotten... Are you sure? Oh.
There! Now you have a name.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet? Take your time. I don't need everyone who manipulated me and made me so...
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being, even though the events have been erased from the world.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. What's that look for? Don't make that face. That day will come. All right. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire...
Yeah, true. But even so, we can finally go eat?
Thank you both.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone...
Yeah! I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa... The Dark Cloud... Then, one night, all these express... Life!
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow, good! Huh? Look at that. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something?
You sound lost, and I know why you are troubled.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, like a vase that falls to the ground, whether it is broken, history does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe you.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what? Anyway, that face feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's...
Who's asking? Do you need...
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be... He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah, it's... So,
He just wrote...
What? So the...
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here. Of course, here it is.
Come on! Paimon wants that... Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Crafty does describe him pretty. From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Yeah, you're right. The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should...
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Kaya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. It's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending...
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, Sumeru spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that that's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And? How did that...
So far, so good. I'm already in talks...
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master D-Luke are gonna make a tidy sum from this...
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not...
Hey! Using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly!
Oh? What makes you say that? Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the
And?
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Well, all right. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending a team of merchants to Sumeru during a... I'm sure you'll agree that And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo. But it wasn't long before the merchant... It was a short-lived adventure. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when my life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up, and so I started caring. I used to believe that I had inherited but then I began to wonder. As well as ensuring that I'd be safely cut off from... This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, these days, my surname, Albury...
One death afternoon, please, boss. Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name?
Dainsmith?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen...
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich.
Huh?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't...
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say...
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest...
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in... You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Very clever. Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything.
Kaya, you're not involved with the...
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly... So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been. Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute.
Well, I'll...
See you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but...
The fact is, I still do not know him well. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to... Well, I suspect that they call your brother their prince, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, so if he was the founder, he'd be the king, right?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember?
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan! We learned about that back in...
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. Your brother. He mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together. Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these...
So, you're going to the place that he mentioned back then?
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another to this concept.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll just...
No. Now is not the time. No, I'm still waiting for my drink.
Seriously?
Transfixed!
Wait. This...
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon.
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember. Let's search the area and...
Is this a field? It must belong to whoever, but it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. It's an extinguished bonfire. Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit. And clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
Nothing else stands out in this area.
Wait, we're just gonna go bark?
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area.
If you say... So there really isn't anyone home. Ugh, this place is so dusty. Paimon bets no one's... This bed looks pretty ordinary. What sort of person would want to live here? There's a box over here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips. Huh? This is a mirror. It's broken, too. Was this a makeup box? That's kinda disappointing. Paimon was hoping we... Hey, look! It's a bull! Guess whoever you...
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent.
So it's a medicine bull? Doesn't look like there's anything else worth her attention.
My memories are quite foggy, but my subconscious... But we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly.
Noises?
It's not much. Just...
Monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose. Surprisingly good shape for a 500-year-old. Although for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters!
Wait, hear me. Go as one! Judgment! You can't run! Judgment! Judgment! Lights out.
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to invest.
What? You're going alone?
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines...
Fair enough. Guess we'll just... Good thing there's a bonfire over there. Let's make ourselves something to eat.
Let's light it up!
Your cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would be enough for Paimon to stick with you. Changing the subject, Dane's taking forever. We came together, but now it's back to just being the two of us again. So, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but, oh, you stop it! No. So, next question. The stars? Wow. Yeah, Paimon understands. But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles, and you too, Teyvat. You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead. All right. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Oh, come on, don't say that. Paimon just wants to look after you. Nighty-night. Go on, chew. Up.
Hey, time to wake up. The sun has risen. What a deep sleeper. Tears? All right. Rest here a bit longer then.
Halt! What do you... This place is not whatever you think it is. Nor should you be poking your travel companion. Your companion... What business is that of yours? Do I make myself quite clear? Leave! Well, what are you waiting for? I've been observing you. Still, I'm warning you, no funny business. Promise me that? Okay, fine. Whatever. You... Oh, go on then. But no overreacting to anything you see in here, okay? Come on then. Mind your own. How could he be? So don't you lay a finger on him. Just... Huh? You know Conria? Who are you? Do you worship a god, traveler? Sounds like you've had an eventful life. I apologize for my earlier hostility, but you must understand. And all who place faith in the gods are my enemies. That may be. But the fact, this wretched curse of immortality, the curse. It was. We lost our home. Our loved ones. All we can do is watch helplessly. Because, although Conria began with a single, any who forsook their gods and came to Conria were, when the cataclysm came, we pure-blood Conrians were declared, but those whose ancestry belonged to the domains of other gods were punished. He is Caribert, my illegitimate son. How times have changed. I can say that out loud with no I was a noble of Conria, by blood. But then, one day, I met a Caribert, faced great hardship from the very moment of... After all that, I always owed him much, and now She was... We were separated. I do not wish... It could be worse. And now that I have lost almost every... If nothing else... Yes, that reminds me. I only returned... Over here. I'm sure you're wondering why I brought Caribert. Well, it's because he needs a medicine. One which will help him to recover his... I do not hope to break the curse, but it is said that this medicine is imbued with the power of Sumeru's god. I believe that it might just work. I read about it in a book. From the royal... In my youth, I disliked the life of nobility and craved excitement. The gods have already punished us. What does one... Never mind. As it happens, my hands don't have the dexterity they once did. I fear they may be... Okay. Also, do you have any, of Sumeru's regional specialty? Could you really? This is the method.
Off we go!
Is it done? In all honesty, I do not... Well, the moment has finally arrived. No! I said before that this medicine relies... Which means... we must pay a visit to a statue of the Seven. Let's go. Look at this statue. God of wisdom! You and your you. God of wisdom. I seek not my son. If everything the gods have done, then I bow. All I ask is for a tiny... Please, God! I... Curry Bear? Well, we've prepared the medicine. Curry Bear, it's me. It's your father. Curry Bear. Curry Bear. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side, but I'm here now. Are you still angry with... I know you're awake now, do you not want... I'm so sorry, Curry Bear. Forgive me. Please. Please. Oh, gods above! What more? You took everything from me. I'd give you... The gods of this world have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment. Other reasons. What? Huh? You really think so? Give up? No, even if I must stay here with him for 50 years, 100, what difference does it make? Let's go. The most crucial ingredient in this medicine is the unusual. I grow them. The details don't matter, right? Curb your curiosity. There is a waterfall near the statue I prayed at. I need you. I'll be here watching Kari Bear. Good. Then please. Ah, you're back. Kari Bear's condition is stable. By which I mean he still isn't responding. Anyway, give me the water. I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do, don't let any... Ah, good.
Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed. Pitiful.
What happened? Was it monsters? Oh, thank goodness you were here. I couldn't... Oh, yes, I've got the fertilizer. The effects can take... Next, we pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to make another dose. Oh, sorry. I just, after resting in this field for a while, my thoughts began to wander. I have been so very wary for many years. If only... I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought. Thank you for your help once again. And now, for the final step. Back to the statue of the... We're here. Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Kari Bear! Oh no, he must have... Come on! That's not Coribert. Right. Coribert's scarf was a gift I once gave to his mother. My eyes must be going. How could I not recognize my own? Ah, yes. It doesn't seem interested in us in the least. Yes. Did it go in here? What a ghastly place. Has it... Huh. It looks like they're... worshipping. I've never seen... Oh, there's only one...
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering it? How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down, or gravity itself? Seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
Humans, fate has not granted you the right to... Do you insist on an audience? Very well. Then I grant you the try.
Lay to bear.
Mortal!
Teamwork is strength!
Cold suffering!
Shiver! Yeah!
Desolation!
Off we go! Yeah! Let's light it up!
Shall succumb! Mortal!
Everybody stand! Why do they never miss? Off we go! Overruled! Everlasting as the moon!
Who was that? He was... He was... He was a perfect being. I'm in awe. He had the most wondrous aura, a perilous yet beautiful power. Oh, truly. And yet, you were able to defeat him. Oh, your strength is greater than I had imagined. Let's continue on. I find myself growing more curious by the second and more excited.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see. What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
I think we've made it to the end.
Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for power that you covet? Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For I am no god. I am but a sinner. You are like a flower, born in sin, yet pure, spotless. I know your fate well. You need no longer hold back your resentment, nor accept the countless lies. Go forth, become a transcendent one. Rise beyond the fate bestowed upon you. And I shall shed a tear at the end of time, as I gaze back upon your life.
What just happened? When I saw that thing, my heart was instantly at peace. I was overcome by a sense of awe or joy, perhaps. I feel good. In fact, I feel... is that so? All right. As you wish. Coribert! Oh, thank goodness! He's still okay! I have... For this to happen, right at the moment when I was dreading worshipping at a statue of the Seven, it's as if fate was calling to me. You say that I bowed before that thing, so perhaps... Kari...
Papa?
Coribert! Oh, my goodness, it worked! It's a miracle! You see, it worked! Coribert can speak again!
Where's Mama?
Mama is... Coribert, look at me. Do you know who I am?
Of course. Your Papa.
Yes. How do you feel, Coribert? Are you fully awake now?
Yes. It feels like I just woke up from a long... My body! What happened to me? Is this me? Papa? What's happened to me?
Don't panic, son. It's just... There's no more Conry here. No, in this world, you have to be a little monster.
Am I... dead?
No, of course not. Look, Coribert, you still have Mama's scarf on.
Really?
Yes, really. You've only... and, never take. Understand? What...
Okay, Papa. I won't.
Not since that day have I been so glad as I am now. I knew that placing my hope in the Seven was a waste of time. Once a murderer, always a murderer. But the god we saw in that cave, that wondrous power, it was... Now then, after one beseeches a god, piety is hardly my area of expertise. But surely I should honor the god that has honored my wishes. A sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You and I have both witnessed his divine power when... No matter. I am going to pay my respects with or without you. possible? What happened? The Hilichurl worshippers have disappeared too? Was it all an illusion? That's true. Yes, it can't have been an illusion. I still feel that awesome and wondrous power flowing through my mind and body. It was neither illusion nor coincidence, and certainly... Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future, we shall see it again. Could he really have been a sinner and not a god? Cory Bear? Where has he gone? Oh, no. Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone having... This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a forest ranger or... Wait a minute. This isn't how... Oh, no. Did he... The mirror! It's broken! He must have taken his mask off. And... if he'd just done as he was told! We have to find him. It's his scarf. He dropped it. Looks like we're going the right way. Come on. Cory Bear! Cory Bear! Where are you? Curses! Forest rangers.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a,
I asked you first. Don't make the...
I said, have you...
Hey, whoa! There are Hilichurls everywhere. What's the...
Exactly. Matter of fact, we just took out a few of them back there.
You forest ranger scum! You spawn of the seven...
You're raving mad!
Curse you all, forest rangers!
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over a few...
He'd only just regained his mind. So tell me, forest rangers,
Jeez, you're really not gonna let this go. Fine, you weirdo. If you must know, I happened to cross paths with a solitary hill. I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all. It was just bumbling along in that direction. So I left it alone.
Yes! Wait, you're leaving? Not even...
Cory Bear! Cory Bear, stop! Whatever you saw, it was... I told you, we're in a fairy tale. Cory Bear? How could this happen? Come, Cory Bear, we have to go home now.
Papa...
Cory Bear.
Papa, I can't take it.
Please, Cory Bear. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa!
Finally, Ah, Traveler, you're a... Wait, no. Why am I still calling you Traveler? Oh, I suspected it was... Oh, of course you haven't. In any case, I've been using a fake name. My real name is Clotar Alberich. You saw it too, didn't you? Unmistakable, eh? The power. Yeah. I am positive now. Oh, at long last, I have seen it. That is no business of yours. A sinner. Yes. Cory Bear did not deserve his fate, but now... It's wonderful. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of... Sinister. Dangerous. Oh, I never imagined that you... We once believed that you would bring to us. You were the Abyss. And the one who controls the Abyss can We yearned for that future. We looked... But what did you bring us? Oh, Prince...
What did he just call me?
Traveler!
You're awake! Oh, thank goodness you're awake! Paimon was worried sick!
What happened while you were unconscious? I checked the ley lines nearby. It appears that the information and memories flow within the ley lines. What did you witness? You mean Clotar Alberich? After founding the Abyss Order, his fate, but the curse of immortality continued to torment his body and mind. And in the end, after 100 years, he lost his mind, yet his dark legacy lived on. The defiled statue that we encountered previously was just one perverse product of his use of abyssal power during his life. You could say that. He wouldn't be...
Are you alright? You have a troubled look on your face.
So you saw his memories from centuries ago, through your own eyes. Still, as I'd suspected, the notion of the Loom of Fate did indeed rear its head during that, and it seems closely connected to Clotar Alberich's son, and yet your brother never breathed a word of this incident to me. I wonder, was that the moment that he decided to go down this... Indeed. Clearly, this series of events sparked a long period of deep contemplation. What is it?
The field? What is the...
You mean here?
You scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you rebury them yet?
A male and female skeleton. Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been interred much later. But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were bodies buried here? What? That's unless Clotar Alberich finally found a way... This all raises far too many questions. I need time to think, and to search my memories for some missing... We should part ways here.
Huh? You're just gonna leave?
It's better that we split up for now.
Who's he?
Yes. I have my suspicions as to his identity, but I need to... If the time is right, I will tell you when we next meet.
But what do you mean that he saw the travel?
I fear that while these things would limit anyone else...
What? Why? What is...
All right, let's leave it there.
There goes Dane. What is it? Huh? The first time we came here. Oh, Paimon remembers! Nahida's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind. So much time has already passed since then. And it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahida... Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time. And then Nahida won't have any more new problems to deal... Yeah, guess you're right. Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most when she... Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about...
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually... But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. Huh? You can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to...
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much, but...
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real...
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
This is destiny.
all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be fun. Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines! Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think? Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of... Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for us. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help.
Hi! We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. And
Really? Like, a real trial?
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting... Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on this... Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known...
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that?
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could... And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, wait. I almost forgot to ask you our question.
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there.
I think what they mean is that they wish to... In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance.
Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of...
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason...
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of...
First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is...
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking...
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the opera. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for? Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her. Hello there.
Huh? I'm...
Oh, okay then.
About many things, actually. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids.
You're pointing at the sea.
Though people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an... And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, he would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun... But now, the water is...
Sir!
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and...
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about... allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be
Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We were just talking with your sister.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so...
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us! Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memory?
Oh, that. It's from... Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment.
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, Traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider...
Oh! Alright then. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the opera...
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. Please, follow me. You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina...
So...
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration! If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you... I, Thosalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've... But the Hydro Archon's entrance was... Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were...
I see.
As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony.
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. Wait, does this mean they...
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that...
Of course. That's the blonde traveler.
Ooh, I've got to see this.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. You may consider this my reward to all of...
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have... Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled.
Oh, yeah, she's right.
On Aranias, criminals are always requesting duels to...
You see. Then, as the...
Whoa. Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house. It would be a...
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious. According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3...
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. Huh?
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to I don't think that Paimon here means...
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy.
Great magician, Linny.
As a magician who just reigned on... So, with such an audience gathered here...
Ta-da!
What? What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something.
Huh? You call that magic?
I thought it...
Huh. I'm not sure what to think.
Amusing. Very amusing, Lynn.
Performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. But when there are valid but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the
Just like that! She's gone! Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law. So, now do you...
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician.
I just know a few simple tricks. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of And speaking of performances...
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything...
Splendid. In that... You really... This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... I'm not sure exactly when it began. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will in the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Oh.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in...
There are lots of guesses. Some say that others say that the people of Fontaine but here in Fontaine,
If even the people in...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But... in the last few years, the water...
Many places have already...
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a... We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront... as a magical item...
Oh! Hyman gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But...
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with... Now, if you'd like...
What's this? So you also believe in the prophet?
What?
No, I believe in the prophecy. The story says that people want, but as time wore on, so...
Oh.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that...
So you're the blonde Oh, a magic... Thanks.
I don't want that thing. Life is all about living in the...
You should still take it.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that...
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what? Yes, but that will change.
Is there anything else?
Yes, one last thing. I have them.
So, you want to collect materials?
Oh, that would be much appreciated.
We have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced. Maybe next time you'll feel.
No way.
Fine.
So, we're going to the court of...
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her?
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. Watch her move.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should... You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route. All right.
This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might also... Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Are you sure that's all
No, that was all. Anyway, I should be...
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny...
Oh.
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted...
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing...
I have to admit that the thief... But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the Court of Fontaine now.